Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Gummy and today we are back for another Minecraft plushie tutorial. Today we are doing Funtime Foxy. Now, before I start the video, I want to explain the reasons behind why it's not an Ennard statue tutorial today. Now, a lot of you guys have been requesting an Ennard statue tutorial, and honestly, we have a design ready. It's as simple as that, we do. However, recording the tutorial for that will take several hours, editing, uploading, again, more hours. Unfortunately, at the moment, the way it is at the moment with college and stuff, I'm in the final year of college, like soon to be going to university, potentially at the end of the year. So things are a bit busy IRL for me right now, which is why you would have noticed recently there's a lot more plushes on the tutorial. It's just because they're easier to do, they're quicker, and frankly, I just don't have time as much at the moment for YouTube, but I still want to keep you guys with fresh content, interesting content. So let me know what you think about this, whether you think I should go down to less videos a week, but do more statues. So say at the moment I'm doing 3 a week, instead I do maybe 2 a week, and one of them be a statue. Let me know down in the comments below, I'd really appreciate, and see what you guys want from my channel basically. With that said, again, we have got a design, so as soon as I can hop on the server and grab it and also then do a tutorial for it, it will be out. So I'm aiming for next Saturday. I know I said that last Saturday, but this time I legitimately am like properly gonna try and dedicate several hours to doing it. So hopefully it will be out next Saturday, but for this Saturday, of course, it's going to be a Funtime Foxy plushie, which I hope is a bit of like a consolation prize, because it still is FNAF, so I guess that's a positive. Anyways, with that said, this was designed by a member of the Frosted Network build team, who goes by the name of RedXPhones. I made a few changes, few design like switches, but the main work was done by them, so credit where credit is due. I'll leave that information down in the description. With that said, the blocks you're going to need are the following. You'll need quartz, red clay, cyan clay, magenta clay, black wool, red wool, pink clay, snow, yellow wool, quartz slab, and nether brick slab. So if you want to grab them blocks into your inventory, that'll be great, and then we can get straight into building. So the logic of this build is very, very similar to all the other builds. It's got the body, the head, arms, and legs. The body being a 6x6x4. So we're going to start off by building that. We're going to start off more specifically by building the front side. So the front side of the body, aka the chest, is going to be a 6x6 square. So what we're going to start off by doing is finding a nice empty space, and we're going to build our first layer, which is of course going to consist of 6 blocks, and that's going to be 6 blocks of quartz. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lucky number 6, and that is 6 blocks of quartz. So what I'm going to do is after every layer, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to pause if you need to do so. I'm also going to like go really slow left to right, just to make it as easy as possible. So the second layer now is 2 blocks of quartz, 2 red clay, and 2 blocks of quartz, and again that is the second layer. The third layer, we're going to place 1 quartz, 1 red clay, 2 cyan, 1 red clay, and 1 block of quartz. For the fourth layer, it's the exact same as the second, so we're going to place 2 quartz, 2 red clay, and 2 blocks of quartz. And then that leaves us with 2 final rows. So for the fifth row, we're going to place 1 magenta clay, 4 blocks of quartz, and 1 magenta clay. And for the sixth and final layer, we're going to place a block of black wool, 4 quartz, and 1 black wool. And once you've done that, it will look something like this. This is a 6x6 square, of course. And if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. However, with that said, that is not the front side complete. There is more to add, but we'll be adding that when we add the arms and legs. 3D effects, basically. So nothing major, but just small things that make it look a bit more interesting. With that said, that is the front side, again, 6x6. We're now going to move on to the other sides, and the good news about the other sides is they are very, very plain. And that is basically in line with the model. The character model of Funtime Foxy is very, very plain apart from the front side. So what we're going to do is come to the bottom left corner to this block of quartz here, come around to the left side and expand 1, 2, 3 to the left. I did a bit of a bad job there, as you can see, but you essentially want to go 1, 2, 3 to the left. It's as simple as that. So what this gives you is a 6x4 template. As you can see, it's 4 wide, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The fourth block being the front row, already placed, and it's 6 tall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the sides are going to be a 6x4 rectangle. However, as I just said, the 4th row is already done, which means we're only placing 3 blocks per row. It'll add together and it'll equal 4. It's magic, wizardry at its finest. So, all we're going to do is we have the first layer of quartz. On top of that, we're going to do 3 layers of quartz. So that's 4 layers now total of quartz. For the 5th layer, we're going to match it up. We're going to place 3 magenta clay. And for the 6th layer, you probably guessed it already, we're going to match it up again and place 3 black wool. As you can see, once you've done that, that is a 6x4 rectangle. 4 layers of quartz, 1 layer of magenta, 1 layer of black wool. And it will look something like this. Now the good news is the other side is the exact same. So we're going to come around to the right side and basically rinse and repeat. So, from this block of quartz here, we go 1, 2, 3 to right. And then on top of that, we do 3 more layers of quartz, a layer of magenta, and a layer of black wool. And it's as easy as that. Carbon copy of the other side. That is what it looks like from a side angle. And again, that is a 6x4. 4 layers of quartz, 1 layer of magenta, and 1 layer of black wool. Now, if you thought this couldn't get any easier, you would be wrong. Because we're going to come around to the rear side. And the rear side, just like the front side, is a 6x6. However, the slight difference here is we have the left side and the right side already built, which means we have a 4 block gap in the middle. If you don't have a 4 block gap, I'd advise going back in the video, seeing where things haven't gone quite to plan, because you might have gone off the trail just a tiny bit. But if you do have a 4 block gap, perfect. So what we're going to do is in between the 2 sides, we're going to place 4 quartz. And just like I said, it is extremely easy. We're just going to match up each side. So the first 4 layers is simply 4 quartz. So as you can see, 4 layers of quartz. The 5th layer, we have magenta at sides, so that means it's 4 magenta. And the 6th layer has black at sides, so it means it's 4 black wool. Exact same as the sides, just 6x6 instead of 6x4. And that is the rear side. So again, opportunity to pause if you need to do so. Shouldn't be too difficult, so don't waste too much time on it, is probably the best advice I can give. In regards to the top area here, it doesn't really matter, just fill it in with quartz if you want to. It's going to be covered up by the head anyways, but I guess it's just nice to have it complete and filled in. With that said, that is the body so far. That is the base body complete. So the front side, again, is 6x6. Take this opportunity to pause whenever you feel is necessary. The left side is 6x4. The rear side is 6x6. And the right side is, of course, 6x4. Okie dokie. So, moving right along in a nice, fast pace. What we're going to do now is add some limbs. By limbs, of course, I mean arms and legs. So we're going to start off with the legs. For this, we come to the front side, aka the side with the detail. Other sides are just purple, magenta, and quartz. This side is the one with the red and the cyan. We're going to come to the bottom left corner, and we're going to place a 2x2 square of quartz coming out the front. So this is, again, a 3D effect. And we're going to do this on the right side as well. On the right side, we place a 2x2, and there'll be a 2 block gap separating both left and right. Now, on top of each one, we're going to add another layer, so it now becomes a 2x2x2 cube on each side of quartz, and it will look something like this. As you can see, it kind of blends in with this pattern we added. If you remove the block, it covers this quartz, but doesn't cover any of the red clay, and that's perfect. That's what we want. Now, in regards to the arms, it's the exact same logic. However, it's off to the side. So what we do is we come up to the top left corner to black wool, we go forwards, and to left one, punching out the original, we now have one floating block, which is connected diagonally to the body, as you can see. On the right side, we do the exact same. We go forwards to right, punch out the original, we have T-Rex arms. We have floating blocks on each side, and yeah, that's basically the starting block for each arm. Now, apologies if my voice does seem a bit croaky. I'm starting to notice it in all my videos now. I don't know what it is. I might be coming down with a cold or something. My voice feels extremely croaky. I don't know if it sounds croaky, but it just feels croaky. So apologies if it is. Anyways, in regards to the arms, we're going to come back to the left side, to this block right here. We're going to go down to left and up, and that is now a 2x2 square. Same with this side. We go down, down to right and up, and that is again a 2x2 square. Now, just like the front side, we're going to make it a 2x2x2 cube. So the way we do this is, rather than going up one, because we already technically have, we're going to bring it forwards one. So we bring it forwards a layer using quartz. And same on this side, we place a 2x2 layer in front. And that gives you now two 2x2x2 cubes of quartz blocks. And the one change we're going to make is, rather than it being solid quartz, on the left side, in the front left corner, we're going to place a pink clay. And on the right side, in the top right corner, we're going to place a pink clay. So it's, I guess, opposite, but it just adds a tiny bit more detail, makes it look a bit more interesting. Okie dokie. So, at this point, you should have arms and legs. They are both 2x2x2 cubes. There is 4 of them in total, 2 legs, 2 arms. And this is what it looks like from above. The one addition we're going to add to the front of the body before we do move on is the bow tie, of course. So, for this bow tie, it's going to be a 3D effect. We're going to be using red wool. The way we're going to do this is by coming to the top left corner and placing a 2x2 of red wool. And we do the exact same on the right side. So, we place a 2x2 of red wool on the top and second top layers. On the lower layer, between the two, we're going to connect them by placing 2 blocks in the middle. So you should still be able to see 2 quartz in the third and fourth block on the top row, but it should be covered on the second row. Then, what we're going to do is underneath the second block, so this one here, we're going to go down 1. And underneath the fifth block, which is this one here, we're also going to go down 1. And once you've done that, that gives you a basic bow tie shape. I appreciate it is a bit big in comparison to the body, but that's the art of plushie tutorials and plushie builds, is that everything's different scale, and it's in the intention of looking kind of cute and neat rather than accurate. So that is what it looks like once you've done that. If you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so, and then we're going to discuss tails because it's an interesting topic. Not really, it's because we're going to be building a tail, of course. So, with that said, let's come around to the rear side and let's talk tails. There's 2 ways we're going to do a tail. You can choose option A, you can choose option B. I'm going to talk you through both, and then you can decide which one you feel is the best. So, option A, and this is going to be in the style of a Rocket Raccoon plushie tutorial I did on the Frosted Network channel. So I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to check it out. This is going to be a more thin tail and a more tall tail. So tall and thin. What we're going to do is come to the bottom left corner. We're going to go up 1 to second layer and to the third and fourth block. What we're going to do here is place 2 quartz blocks as a 3D effect. We're then going to bring it forwards 1, so it's now a 2x2 square. And what we're then going to do is build up 2 layers, so 1 and 2. So you should currently have a shape that looks like this. Now on top of this, we're going to place a 2x2 of magenta. And then on the top layer, we're going to bring it forwards towards us. And it gives it a curved shape and makes it look like this. Now I appreciate not everyone will like this tail because it is very, very basic and very plain. But that is design number 1. I'll give you what it looks like from the side point of view. And you can pause if you want to. And then we're going to discuss design number 2, which in my opinion is a slightly better design, but still not 100% perfect. Okie dokie. So, what we're going to do is pretty much same logic. We come to the bottom left corner, we go up 1, and we come to the third and fourth block. And on the third and fourth block, we place 2 quartz. Now, this is where it gets slightly different. So, above these, we're going to place a 2x2 of quartz. So, it's now a 3x2 of quartz, as you can see. This is layer number 1. There's 4 layers in total. For the second layer, building off this 3x2, we come up to the second block, and we're going to bring it out another layer using 2 quartz. And on top of that, we're going to build another 2x2. So as you can see, it's like gradually going up. We're going to repeat that again. So we come to the second layer. We're going to bring it out a layer. And this time, rather than building up 2, we only build up 1 using quartz. And then for the second layer, we're going to build up using magenta clay. And this is what it looks like so far. As you can see, it's a gradual incline from this block up to this one. For the final step, what we're going to do is we're going to come to this magenta here. We're going to bring it forward to the layer and then down a layer. And as you can see, it kind of caps it off. And that is what it looks like. Now, the issue with this tail is the fact that it is just generally too straight and like too diagonal. Whereas what you want from a tail is a bit more curvature. So you could play around with it. You could potentially do something like this where you bring it down. But again, it's all like playing around. And you can just see how it ends up in the end. I don't know. It's difficult to do a tail on a plushie like this, which is why I kind of left it. In the original design, I didn't even include a tail. But then I realized that a lot of you guys are going to want a tail because, of course, it is Foxy. Or, I guess, in this case, Funtime Foxy. So, it does need a tail. So, I'm just going to add the design B on the tutorial. And if you want to change it, feel free to do so. I don't mind, to be honest. It's up to you. Do whichever you feel is your favourite. Or alternatively, design your own. That's also a great alternative. So, with that said, that is the tail complete. I'll give you a view from the other side of what design B looks like. But again, play around with it. Do what you want to do. Find out whichever is best. Okie dokie. So, that is the body essentially fully complete. It's at the point in the tutorial where we now move on to the head. The final stretch of the video, I guess you could say. So, for this, what we're going to do is come to the front side. And directly above the bow tie here on the left side, we're going to place 1 block of quartz. Now the head is a 6x6x6 cube, So what we're going to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to right. We're then going to come around to rear side, or around to right side, should I say, and expand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards. Same on the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards, and link together by placing 4 blocks in the middle. And what this will do is give you a 6x6 outline. I'm going to go ahead and fill it in just so you can see it a bit clearer. It'll be a 6x6 of quartz, and it will overhang the front side 1 block. You can't really tell because of the bow tie, but if you remove the bow tie, you definitely see that it does overhang by 1 block. And then it overhangs the rear side by 1 block as well. So it is indeed a 6x6 square. Now this is the template, and what we're going to do from the template is build up. So we come to the front side, we're going to do the face first, the front side of course being a 6x6 like the other sides. The first layer is 6 quartz. The second layer is also 6 blocks of quartz. The third layer is going to be 1 red wool, 4 blocks of quartz, and 1 red wool. And again, that is the third layer. For the fourth layer, we're going to do 1 block of snow, 1 yellow clay, 2 pink clay, 1 yellow clay, and 1 block of snow. For the fifth layer, we're going to do 1 snow. Then we're going to grab ourselves some yellow wool. We place 1 yellow wool, 2 pink clay, 1 yellow wool, and 1 block of snow. And then for the final layer, the sixth layer, we're going to place 2 pink clay, 2 blocks of quartz, and then 2 blocks of pink clay. And once you've done that, that is a 6x6 square. It looks like this, and it looks awful. And that is because we're missing a few features. Of course, the nose, the mouth, just a few of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves our pink clay again. We're going to come to the bottom left corner, and we're going to go up to the second layer. On the second block of the second layer, again, this is all a 3D effect. We're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 of pink clay. And then above that, we're going to do 4 more. So 2 layers of 4 pink clay. What we're then going to do is on the bottom left corner of this, we're going to leave 1 block. We're going to go on the second and third block, place 2 pink clay. And above that, we're going to place 2 black wool. And this is now like the nose/mouth area. What we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves our quartz slabs. And underneath this outer pink clay, we're going to place 2 quartz slabs. And that's going to represent the teeth. Now, it does look a bit goofy, but without the teeth, it just looks a bit plain. And I guess not very logical because we're missing the mouth. So just by adding the 2 slabs makes it look a bit more interesting, a bit more colourful, and also a bit more realistic. Anyways, the final touch we're going to be adding to the front side is 2 eyebrows. So what we're going to do is on the lower half of the pink clay at the top, we're going to place 2 nether brick slabs. We do the exact same on the right side, and once you've done that, it will look like this. Again, the reason I'm doing this is just to add a bit more shading, a bit more colours. The more colours you throw into it, the more interesting it's going to look from distance, but also close up. So that's what it looks like from the front side once you've completed it. If you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. And again, I want to repeat, that is a 6x6 square. Okie dokie, so with that said and done, we can now move on to the sides. So we're going to come around to the left side, same logic applies, 6x6. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up. Of course, the 6th layer, or the 6th block of each layer is already done, so we're placing 5 per layer. The first layer is 5 quartz. The second layer, we're also going to place 5 quartz, and same with the third. So 3 layers of 5 quartz. For the 4th layer, we're going to place 4 blocks of quartz, and again, this is from left to right. We're then going to place 1 pink clay, and we repeat that again. So the next layer, the 5th layer, we place 4 quartz, 1 pink clay, and then for the final layer, we're going to go back to placing simply 5 blocks of quartz. And essentially, what that's doing is just outlining the eye, and this part here will be covered up by the ear anyway, so it's just a bit more detail. Now, one thing we can add, and I think it's definitely worth it, is directly underneath this eye, what you can do is place on the second and third layer, you place 2 blocks of quartz coming out the side, and on the lower half, bring it out 1 more. So from the front angle, it will look like this. It's just like a little puffy bit of hair that's sticking out the side, and we've done that on all the statue tutorials, so it makes sense that I guess add it on the plushie as well. Now, in regards to the other side, the right side of the head, exact same. So it's 5 blocks in each row because the 6th block is already done. So the first 3 layers is going to be nothing but quartz. For the 4th layer, we place 1 pink clay and 4 quartz, and same for the 5th. 1 pink clay, 4 quartz. And then for the final layer, just like the other side, 5 quartz, links up and looks like this. Again, 6x6 square. And you come to the bottom left corner, go up to the second layer, second block. On the second layer, second block, and the third layer, second block, we're going to place 2 blocks as a 3D effect, and on the lower half, bring it out 1, and again, just makes it symmetrical, and makes it look a bit more interesting, as you can see from the front side. Just by adding those 3D effects on the side, just makes it look a lot better. I don't know, personally, I just think it makes it complete. Anyways, that's what it looks like so far. Coming around to the rear side. The rear side, very easy. It is a 6x6 square, indeed. Left side and right side already done, which means all we're going to do is for the middle blocks, which is 4 blocks on each layer, we're simply going to place 4 quartz. It's plain quartz, and it will look like this. Now in regards to the top of the head, same logic applies, just fill it in using plain quartz, and then we're going to go ahead and add some ears and a little bit more fluff, because you can't have enough fluff on Funtime Foxy. I don't know, that might be a bit weird, but it's like we want her to look extremely furry, and I know I just regarded to Funtime Foxy as a her. I'm not sure about Funtime Foxy's gender, so no offense if I am wrong. Feel free to correct me though, I know people will. Anyways, moving swiftly along, of course. So what we're going to do is come to the top left corner. We're going to go to the second block and to the third and fourth block on the second row. On the third and fourth block, we're going to place 2 blocks, simply like that. And again, that's just to make it look a bit more furry. Now, in regards to the ears, what we're going to do is in line with this 2 blocks, so on the second row, we're going to go to the first block, place a quartz, and also go to the 6th block. And this is going to be the starter point for each ear. Right now, it kind of looks like devil horns. If you made them red, that would look kind of cool, actually. It's like Funtime Foxy, the devil. But anyways, Halloween's gone, so let's not do that. So what we're going to do is on the left side, we're going to go 1 to the left using pink clay. We're then going to go 1 to the left using quartz. And from here, we're going to go up to right. And then underneath the pink, place 1 quartz. And it loops around and gives you a shape that looks like this. Now we come around to the rear side, and directly behind the pink clay, we're going to place 1 quartz. And that's as simple as that. That is an ear complete. So just to repeat that, we're going to come around to the right side. And to the quartz, we're going to place 1 pink clay to the right. We then place 1 quartz. We're going to go up to left and then down. It looks like this from the front side. Then we come around to the rear side. Behind the pink clay, we place a quartz just to cap it off. And once you've done that, it looks like this. And that is technically the statue complete. Now I say technically because there is one thing I want to address, and then we can finish it off. So the one thing I want to talk about, why this is here. And this is of course because the eyes are too big. Whereas normal conventional plushies will only have 1 row of eyes, we have 2, and that's for good reason, because it looks awful with 1. So, the way you could potentially cover this, because essentially, it's her eyebrows on the top of her head, which isn't factually correct. If you want to change it, just do a layer of white wool carpet across the whole top of the head. Personally, I don't think it looks the best, because from the front you can see the carpet, and from the top it's a different texture to the quartz. So that's one thing to consider, but if you really don't like the eyebrows being there, then it's definitely a good option to consider. Personally, don't think it's that big of an issue, but I thought I'd address it because some people may not like it too much. With that said, that is the plushie complete. You have your very own Funtime Foxy plushie, and I really do hope you enjoyed. Now again, just like I said at the start of the tutorial, credit where credit is due to RedXPhones, who was the original designer of this plushie. I changed it up a bit, made a few additions, made a few changes, but generally the credit goes to them because it was a really awesome design, and I just repurposed it, I guess you could say. And also in regards to what I said earlier about how leaving a comment whether you think I should upload less but upload statues rather than just plushes, I really want to hear from you guys because I have good intention to change up the channel like a fair bit in the very near future. We're going to start doing a lot more house tutorials, a lot more restaurant tutorials, build tutorials, general stuff like that, rather than sticking to nothing but plushes and statues. So I'm diversifying a bit, and I want to hear what you guys think about it, so definitely let me know down in the comments below. Apart from that, I'm going to wrap it up here before I waffle for like another 20 minutes. So, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, my name has been Gummy. Have a great week, guys, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through.